Hey, what is going on, guys? It is the SMT. Thanks for tuning into the SMT YouTube channel. We've got a T-Mobile and Sprint merger update for you guys today. This is actually an important monologue piece coming from Megan Del Rahim, who is speaking on the merger process as well as some of the challenges and the review itself. As of right now, he spoke about, the landscape at a luncheon. What was happening was he was speaking about mergers in general and kind of like how they kind of process them and how they go about regulating them. So he basically spoke about what a merger really is and how it can benefit customers and things like that. So some of the details from what he was talking about was he viewed mergers as essentially helpful or hurtful, and it kind of depends on that scenario. Essentially, in my opinion, mergers are a consolidation of resources, consolidation of market share, consolidation of money, consolidation of power. There's a lot that goes into mergers. And some of the quotes from the luncheon that he mentioned, he said mergers are an extremely important and valuable market phenomena. He called them basically a gift and a curse. Depending on what the public's needs are, they should either be supported or halted, depending on that scenario. He mentioned that what his colleagues were doing in the process of them making the decision on these types of mergers and how they, they kind of doubled down on the decision to support certain mergers. Explicitly, he talked about the T-Mobile and Sprint merger. What he also talked about was policy change and how they're moving towards the 6-month merger limit, which would be a huge policy change because we've seen mergers really drag on. He wants to, basically limit depositions, time wasting, progress halting. He wants efficient information transfer. And, obviously there are extremes to this in scenarios where it may take longer time due to circumstances, but it's all to streamline the process. Whether the merger is approved or denied, there should be decisions made efficiently. So he did acknowledge that extremes do exist. Anyways, if no antitrust is apparent, he supports the idea that we should push forward, we should swiftly move and delay or not delay them because delay equals risk. So the FCC, obviously part of this, if there is no risk, in the case of the T-Mobile and Sprint merger, as he states, the FCC got involved, wanted to make sure that spectrum license transfers were adequate with the different concessions and divestitures with Dish and Sprint. He talked about the needs of urban and rural customers and how they should be addressed in this merger, and he specifically cited T-Mobile and Sprint being able to address those needs. He also mentioned that third parties should not be allowed to delay and prevent progress from happening. So that specifically, he's taking shots at New York and California's attorneys general, Letitia James, and I believe it's Xavier Becerra of California, how they've kind of gotten in the way and just caused delays. Not really offering any remediations or, ways to help, solve and come up with remedies. I think, he's basically saying that a few states are undermining the needs of the American public, and he views it as being unconstitutional and it undermines the process. So this is a huge update as to how the DOJ operates and how they want to be publicly perceived, and I think it shows why they support the merger. In my opinion, I think Megan Del Rahim is actually a pretty level-headed guy. Nothing he said was anything outlandish or appeared to be politically driven, other than the fact that he was speaking on a luncheon about something that has become political. So he just, he wanted to make it clear. I think he's indicating to the states, you guys have overstepped your boundaries. He's also kind of probably setting the stage for future mergers and how they should be addressed. And I think also it's kind of a reminder to Judge Victor Marrero, hey, we are the DOJ. This is what we do. We've approved this. So I think it's interesting timing. I think it's interesting what he said and who he's really addressing this to. So you guys let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this update, the timing, all that was said. Very interesting stuff there. Now, before you get to going, if you could, please check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page if you want to become a member of that community. We have the Twitter handle @SneedTech. We have the SMT Wireless Report audio-only podcast on your favorite podcast platforms. We also have the second channel, SNEED Mobile Tech live streams, where we put the live stream podcast archive, all the libraries of those episodes. Also, the Megadon.net invite code. Never need another social media platform again. No algorithms, no ads, and no tracking. And lastly, what I'd like you guys to do, if you'd like to help the channel out, go ahead and like and share this video. Check out some of these other videos that I've placed here at the end with these cards. And of course, do subscribe if you are new to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload from the SMT. That wraps up this edition of the channel. Thank you again for tuning in. I am the SMT, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.